Grade A.
Hey, run that thing up.
Grade A.
Hey, run that thing up.
What's good, everybody? What's up, man? Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Grade A Show, hosted by yours truly. It's your boy Peso, man. Just want to thank you guys just for being here. Got a real good show in store for you today. It's not gonna be just me, but something real special, man. You see the title below. We finna have a Octagon, a little debate show. So please like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Again, we can't thank you guys enough for supporting us. We just ask that you guys continue to share, continue to leave comments, continue to just interact with us and stuff like that. We just love you guys for being here. We love the appreciation, we love the support and stuff like that. So just keep us rolling, and we're gonna keep y'all rolling and stuff. But without further ado, presenting to you,
Grade A.
welcome to the Octagon. Welcome to the Octagon. So, a couple things I want to throw out there. This is a segment of ours, something brand new we're going to start. You guys are going to see this a lot more in the future, but we are having a one-on-one debate show. Yes, the Grade A Show first debate show, where we have myself as the mediator, as you see from here above. Of course, some familiar faces you already accustomed to are going to come up here on the platform and debate their case. This is going to be a one-on-one, 1v1 battle, 1 minute each contestant, 3 rounds. So each group would go 3 rounds, and then we'll move on to the next group from there. We will let the viewers know, everybody watching, if you want to leave a comment on who you feel did better than who, or who you feel has a better argument than this person, please leave a comment down below and let us know how you feel about that. I'm ready to see what these fellas got in store, and I know you are too. The topics in hand, we gotta have 3 topics today. And one thing I want to throw out there: don't fumble the bag, because if one of these guys fumble the bag, shots fired, fellas. Shots fired. But let's get to it. I don't want to waste no more time, because these guys got to get it out. First, I want to bring up Mr. Mike. T-Top, how y'all doing, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
What's up? What's up?
Y'all ready for this debate?
Yeah, let's get it, man. I'm entering the Octagon. Tag me in.
We in here. We in here, man. So real quick, let me just break it down how it's gonna go. You guys are gonna have a timer, which is gonna be here. You have 1 minute each. It's gonna be 3 rounds, 1 minute each to discuss your topic. This is you guys debate. So first topic of the day for you guys. What we got? Does Joel Embiid deserve to be labeled a franchise player still? So I want to know from you guys, who's going to go first?
I'll let you, whatever you want to do, T-Top. I'm cool with it. I can take either side of that.
I'll go after you.
All right, sounds good. I was going to say, you messed up doing that, bro, but we'll see what happens.
Mike, it's on you. Let me know when you're ready. We're going to start this timer. You got
I'm
1
ready.
minute.
I'm ready. We can start it whenever.
Let's get it. 3, 2.
Well, first off, any franchise can label any player as a franchise player, but whether they actually are a franchise player is to be determined. And in my opinion, Joel Embiid is no longer a franchise player, and he probably never should have been in the first place, even though he's won the MVP before. We're going on damn near 10 years now, and this man hasn't made it out of the second round of the playoffs. He's had an NBA championship winning coach around him. He's had Jimmy Butler. He's had James Harden. He's got Maxey now. They bring in George, another injured guy, and he can't do it himself. And now he can't even lead by example with his teammates. With the report coming out about Maxey calling him out being late to meetings, he won't play back-to-backs anymore. That's not a good way to lead by example. And you can't be a franchise player if you're going to not lead by example. And then playing in the Olympics too, that shows you're not putting your team above your own interest.
Okay. T-Top.
Okay.
You ready, brother?
Yeah, you can start the time for me.
Let's get it.
So, Embiid last season averaged 35 and 11 when healthy. Name a player who can average that much and not be labeled a franchise player. Because if he's not a franchise player, if a person that can average 35 and 11, I mean, I know this year's, I'm not even going to name out his stats this year. It's 20 and 7, but that's not fair because he hasn't played. But I mean, someone that's average you like dominant in this NBA that gives you 35 and 11 has to be named a franchise player. It doesn't matter whether he's healthy or not. He's like, Philly has nobody else to carry that load for him. And you said about the meeting being called. Would they call it for Paul George? Would they call the meeting for Maxey? Why did they call it for Embiid? Because he's the franchise player. Without him, there is no Philly going anywhere. And that's my rebuttal.
Y'all make some pretty good points here. That meeting was a big thing. I do gotta throw that out there. And you know, listen, it's some big things that's gonna happen, some big changes that's gonna happen over there in Philly. But Mike, you ready for round two?
Yeah, let's go. As I said before, you can label anyone a franchise player. It doesn't mean they deserve to be, though. And as we go back with the 76ers, Barkley was a great player, but he was never able to get them a ring. And you talk about those numbers, your buddy KD, until he went over to Golden State Warriors, he put up big numbers, but he couldn't get a ring, and yet he still hasn't got a ring. So, yeah, if you can label him as your franchise player, but isn't the ultimate goal to winning a championship. So, yeah, you can pay him all this money, but why would you want to pay him all this money when this guy needs uber help? Because he's got some pretty good help in there before, and you can't do anything with that. You can't even get to a conference championship. And then you have an up-and-coming star in Tyrese Maxey that you should move on from Embiid to label him the franchise player. And if he is not getting along with Embiid based off what he said, Embiid's got to go, and that should be a franchise player in Tyrese Maxey. And it'll be a big mistake if they don't do that.
One thing I gotta throw out there. I am afraid that Embiid might get that second spot taken from that guard over there in Duke. I just gotta throw that out there. They looking kind of good right now in the backcourt. So I just gotta throw that out. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. Okay. T-Top, you ready? Round two.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Okay, so what I want to say, I respect Barkley, the Barkley point, but I have to say Barkley was named top 75 for a reason, right? In the NBA. And let's not forget, we had players like Allen Iverson, who also played for the Philly franchise that didn't win a championship. Now, we going to disrespect these guys, Barkley, AI, and I'm going to throw Embiid in there as Philly legends? Are we going to disrespect them and say they're not franchise players just because they didn't win a chip? I don't think that's fair to say. I think Embiid, you know, if he was healthy, he would have brought that. He's going to bring Philly to far places, but we can't like not label him a franchise player because of his health. I don't agree with that at all. Like again, if we pay him a lot of money, and if you upset him in that type of way, he's going to leave. Who are you going to get back in return if Embiid walks? Let's not upset this guy. He's a franchise player.
Round three, fellas. Round three. I kind of wanted to throw some shots fired out here, but y'all got this thing rolling, man. I'm giving y'all credit right now, man. I just hope these fellas in these next couple rounds don't force my hand. But Mike, you ready?
Let's get it.
Round 3.
Yeah, I think they should trade him. Look at what they did last year. He was hurt for most of the year, and they were still able to make it into the playoffs. He's been in and out, just in the building. He probably wasn't in the building this year. They've got 3 wins this year. That's crazy. When they didn't have they just had it all on Max last year. I know he's been injured for a little bit, but he's back now, and he's gotta step up and make sure that they get into the playoffs in this weak East, where there's only a couple winning teams. So I think they should honestly trade him, but. You can, and the worst part is with his health and his size, he should go play in the low post. He doesn't even go to the low post anymore. With someone at that size, that's how you got to play. You can't just be staying out by the 3-point line the whole time. And I think it doesn't matter where he goes, and it's just him. Unless he goes to a super team that is already made and winning championships, I don't think he has the qualities to be a franchise player anymore, and probably didn't in the first place.
Man, y'all make some pretty good points, man. Real quick, before y'all go, I want to ask y'all. You're the owner of Philadelphia right now. Do you keep Embiid or do you move him? T-Top, I'll let you go first.
I got to keep him. I mean, if I trade him, who am I trading him for? You know, I don't. You're not going to get another center of his caliber back. So now you're going to start looking into guards and wings, but you already got guards and wings on that team. Can't trade Embiid.
Mike, what you got, Mike?
Well, I'll trade him. I'll trade him in a heartbeat. And there was a terrible signing Paul George. You got a young kid in Max. He was an up and coming star. You can get another big man, not necessarily of his caliber, but you can get one that accompanies him better than Embiid currently.
I feel that. In my opinion, right now, I'm getting rid of Embiid. You've been here all this time, this process, bro. You ain't get me past the second round. Yeah. Health's been a factor, but I can't rely on you, brother. So might as well get off you soon. But yo, appreciate y'all for being here, fellas. I gotta send y'all to the back though, because I got a new group coming up, man. Appreciate y'all. Again, thank everybody for watching the show, man. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel. I got 2 more people coming up. Let's see what we got. My guy Draco's here. And I got Moose's here. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Chilling.
What's good, y'all?
So y'all ready for the debate? Y'all ready for the topic? What's up, y'all? Y'all got y'all notes? Y'all did y'all homework? We here.
Yeah.
Let's get it. The topic we got for you guys today: the best player to not make an NBA All-Star game. And Musa, we are gonna start off with you, my brother. Let me know when you're ready. Round 1.
Let's do it. So there's a lot of great players that have been in the NBA who haven't been an all-star. And it might be due to the lack of recognition, depending on the small market team that they're on. So the person I'm going to go with is CJ McCollum. I think CJ McCollum has been one of the better players in the league since he's been in the league. Since his 3rd season, he averaged at least 20 points a game, which he won most improved. And from the 2015 season up to the 2021 season, there's only been 3 players who average at least 20 points per game. Those players are not 3 players. These are the players that have averaged 20 points per game: Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, KD, Dame, Paul George, and James Harden. All of those players have at least had 3 all-star nods. And along with CJ, who hasn't been an all-star. Since he was in Portland, they always been a playoff team. The highest seeding they have been was a 3rd or at least the 5th seed. And that's my time so far.
Now, it's crazy. I didn't even know CJ never made an All-Star game. Sheesh, that's news to me. Draco, you ready?
I guess, yeah, I got you.
Let's get it.
So I still had 2 people, right? From a marketing standpoint, in 2014, I would have said Jeremy Lin, because he had the votes to beat out Harden, Russ, Tony Parker, and all of them. He had the votes for it, the fan vote, to be a part of it. But from an actual skill and statistical standpoint, I'll say Jamal Crawford with the whole Lob City. He had the stats to beat some of them guys out, but it's just he didn't have the votes. So I'll say those were the 2 best players, especially, I think if they was in it, it would have made it a little more competitive, because you'd be like, wait, nah, he come off the bench, or he ain't really like that. If you really start going off, people would have played a little harder. But Hey,
Y'all named two people already that I shit. They had a lot. There's a lot of talent in this league, man. Growing up watching the NBA, is a lot of people that missed the All-Star game, and y'all just got two names out there so far that I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, damn, they really didn't make an All-Star game. Round two, fellas, let's get it. Musa, you ready?
Let's do it. So for those watching, keep in mind my standpoint for CJ McCollum is from the 2015 season, which he won the most improved, up until the 2021-22 season. So from that standpoint alone, I think he has a longevity compared to the Jamal Crawfords and the Jeremy Lins, which I mentioned in the previous round, him averaging at least 20 points per game, and the players that have done the same thing who got those similar All-Star nods. Another point I want to mention is between that time span, there's only been two players in the league who shot over 45% from the field and 40% from three. Those players are CJ McCollum and Stephen Curry. With those two players being able to do that, we know who Curry is and his level of play, and him being able to get the All-Star nod, yet CJ being in the smaller market, and there's been times where his counterpart, Damian Lillard, who missed nods in that span, he hasn't got a nod, and I think he's deserving, and rightfully so. He should be an All-Star.
That's fair right there. That's fair. Draco, round two, you ready?
yeah.
Let's get it.
So the thing with CJ is, right, just like you said, marketability, right? At that time, you had triple-double Russ. You had James Harden doing 35 a game. You had Steph winning. You had the Splash Brothers on display. And then you also had Chris Paul. It was too many other guards that sell jerseys and get the people to come to these other cities. I was killing at the time. Think about it. Dame barely made it. So that's why, if Dame barely made it, they wasn't bringing CJ. They wasn't bringing CJ. Like, he could ball, but that's not what the people want to see. Just like I said, Jeremy Lin, people, they voted for him. So it's a country that wants to see him. Jamal Crawford, people want to see him, but they don't really want to see him until it's like, oh man, you know what? He was good. I think a lot of it have to do with social media, based off who the people are seeing. We're not seeing CJ McCollum. We're seeing a little more Crawford stuff, but hey.
Yeah, now you make a real good point right there, Draco, because especially on the Jeremy Lin case, I mean, I was watching the Knicks a lot back then. Melo is my favorite basketball player.
It wasn't during the Melo part. It was when he was in Houston with Harden, where they was giving him all the votes.
Okay, but wasn't he balling on that year with New York too?
He balled out in New York.
J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert was there still.
He got the All-Star fan votes during the 2014, 2013. He got like 600,000 votes.
Okay. Well, I was hip to Jeremy Lin back in the day, but you did make a good point saying like a lot of people from his country and that side of the world was really voting him in and stuff like that. Not a lot of people was paying attention to him, and even Portland too, especially when Dame and them first got there. Like a lot of people Portland wasn't like marketable and stuff like that. So that's a real good point. Round three, fellas, let's get it. Musa, you ready?
Let's go. So actually, for those who just might have tuned in, the topic is best player to not make an all-star team. And the points that Draco just made kind of enhanced my argument. You had James Harden, you had the Splash Brothers, you had CP3, you had Russ, all these elite guards, and yet CJ, who's been consistent and reliable and durable, because throughout this span of 2015 to the 2022 season, he's played at least 70 games. And he has yet to make an all-star team. And you could argue around that time span, they were one of the better backcourts in the NBA, along with the Splash Brothers and the Wizards, John Wall and Bradley Beal. So that further enhances my point. And I feel like he's just in the wrong era, because if he was in like the 90s and putting up the numbers he was in that time span, he would have better numbers than Reggie Miller at that time, whose career numbers was 18, 3-3, and he was a 5-time All-Star.
Was that round three, fellas?
Oh, that's my goal.
Just make sure you're paying attention, Draco.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Now I'm listening, man. The whole thing is this, right? The times changed. CJ McCollum got a nice game, but it ain't exciting, bro. Like certain people, like the Desmond Baines of the world, they putting up stats, but that's not what the people want to see. It's on a weekend of entertainment. I'm not trying to see CJ McCollum. The only reason I said, Jamal Crawford, because dirty handle package. The most exciting All-Star weekend we had was when Kyrie crossed up Brandon Knight, right? I'm just trying to see handles. And remember, around that time with Jamal, that's Lob City time. Chris Paul and Blake is cool, but when Jamal do the under the legs off the backboard, that's one of the most exciting moments around that time. That's all. That's just about it.
I mean, I feel like that move alone should have been a package deal to get in the All-Star game, man. Jamal Crawford, it's crazy you say that about CJ McCollum. Like, ain't nobody. Then you bring up Desmond Bain too. That ain't right, bro.
There was a point where CJ was averaging almost 24 a game, and I think at one point he got hurt. He was averaging almost 26 during that span before the injury. Since it's over, I can acknowledge my opponent with some good points. The last one he made about the Clippers, he could have said something about DeAndre Jordan, because DeAndre Jordan got the nod 1 year over the likes of CJ McCollum, which is the Lob City team, to enhance the point. People want to see, the glitz and the glamour.
Yeah.
But one of the main points I was making was the model consistency. Jamal Crawford didn't have the level of consistency across the board that CJ had between that 6-7 year span, with at least 24-4 average. So,
but let's be real, we got a lot of one-time All-Stars. It's just based off that year. Like Jeff Teague is a one-time All-Star. He had that one good year. Like Kyle Korver, we put Kyle Korver in an All-Star game before Jamal Crawford,
and that was due to the team success with the win. Yeah, they had won like 60 games that year.
I don't care.
Sure.
Jamal Crawford.
No one wants to see Kyle Korver. Yeah, but I mean, Hoopers will respect CJ McCollum's game.
I'll take him over Kyle Korver
for sure.
All right, fellas. Y'all had 3 rounds, but that's it. I got to get y'all back up out of here, man. I got one more 3-rounder to go, 1v1. This one's gonna be a little bit more heated. We'll see. I ain't had to shot. I ain't had to shoot. No, nothing yet. I ain't like, what's up, man? I'm waiting for somebody to stumble up, but ain't nobody giving me no reason to. Without further ado, man, let me stop talking. Let me bring them up. Ace and my guy Clips, man. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
I'm great.
Am I gonna get one of these? Can I? Anybody gonna fumble the bag? Nobody's gonna fumble the bag.
You know what you're gonna do that for? You know what you're gonna do that for? We're gonna shoot down LeBron's 5th ring. Yeah.
Are you sure about that? All right.
Let's get into it. Feathers.
You could go first,
fellas. Tongue twister.
You got it.
Yo, rock, paper, scissors on live. What you trying to do?
You already got the gear on, bro. You can go first.
Last
topic of the day. All right,
well, I'll go first. All right, hold up. You ready? Come on. 1, 2, 3, go.
Somebody's glitching.
Yeah,
I'm glitching. Y'all hear me?
This topic, whose 5th ring would mean more? Stephen Curry or LeBron James?
I'll go first. Go first against the stroke artist.
All right. It sound like we're ready to go, man. Let me start the timer. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Let me go. Bet. So first off, we already know LeBron and Steph Curry, 2 generational talents. All right. I feel like LeBron's 5th ring, his 5th championship ring and win, would further his career and his accolades against the top in the league versus Magic, Kobe, Jordan, and things like that. Now, my opponent might say, LeBron had different teams, but however, he's winning. Winning solves all. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, if I'm not mistaken, had different MVPs with different championships. LeBron already has the accolades as far as Rookie of the Year, All-Star voting, all teams, Olympic championships, and everything like that. I feel like him winning his 5th ring would mean more than Steph, only because LeBron is competing with more, have a higher. He's punching up with different heavyweights. I'll conclude my round.
Fair point.
No, but we just drop the clock. Let's go. All right, so wanted to talk about LeBron punching up with heavyweights. This 5th ring for Steph would push him into guaranteed top 2 point guard of all time. And if it was up to me, he's number 1. You want to talk about LeBron jumping from team to team and he's winning. We watched LeBron ain't win a chip since the bubble. That we don't even count. So if you want to go back, his last ring was when? Cleveland. Cool. We just watched Steph beat the Celtics by himself without a number 2, which LeBron complained about for his whole career, right? That was always a stigma. LeBron didn't have a number 2. That's why he left Cleveland. Every time he have a struggle, we watch him leave. I watch Steph struggle, and come out on top with 4. When he get his 5th, we're gonna watch the same thing that happened in 2022. We're gonna watch him get his 2nd Finals MVP, and that is gonna catapult him into top point guard of all time.
Round 2, fellas. Hey, so you ready?
Start the clock, man. I don't like how my opponent really tried to. First off, you see the difference there in your wording. You said top point guard. LeBron's going to be a top player no matter what position. That right there is key as far as going and everything like that. Now, I just feel like the bubble only didn't count because LeBron won it. Everybody stayed and competed. If another team would have won, it would have been the slander added to his name. They talked about how mentally tough it was and had to be for him to do it. Now, granted, both had good number 2s, but you had a real number 2 in KD. It was certain Steph games where he was allowed to have 16 points and win the game, notably Game 5 against Boston and everything like that. LeBron has a game like that, he's losing. There's nothing going like that. I felt like he punched up only because in 7 out of the 9 finals he's been in, he's been an underdog. Vegas had him losing to the 73 Warriors, had him losing to the Warriors the first stint, and that was before the Kyrie injury, so you got that. I'm not even bringing that up. But, that'll conclude my round. A minute ain't enough. Go ahead, my boy.
Cool.
This is a title fight. This is a title fight.
No. Stop talking. It's my go. You said LeBron is punching up against heavy goats. Okay, cool. That is very true. But you know what's different between him and all them goats? He traveled too damn much. He cried too damn much. He is lead GM. We watched Steph. You said Steph had a guaranteed number 2. LeBron went and got a dude from his draft class that won a ring before him. That was averaging 30 in the finals. You forget. And we're not going to talk about the greatest choke of all time. Yes, we lost 3-1. Cool. At least we won a game. My star player didn't put up 6 points against a bunch of old fools and lose. He lost in Dallas. He folded. Cool. Again, that's fine. I watched Steph have a bunch of failures. You're right. He struggled with injuries. He lost 73-9. LeBron was the underdog. But when you're the best player in the world, like you say he is, right, that you think he is, you shouldn't be the underdog, right? Right? So is that really a testament to how great he is? Now, again, when Steph wins this 5th ring, there's not going to be a debate. We watched him single-handedly beat the Celtics. He's going to single-handedly beat another team. Go ahead.
Round 3, fellas. Ace, you ready?
I'm good. First off, my opponent is misinformed. He didn't put up 6 points. It was 8. But, I mean, it's just a couple of different points.
2 points.
And Curry, brother, you got to speak. Curry didn't do all the work against the Celtics, however. I mean, it's a team game. Team. You're saying point guard. I'm saying player. There's key differences with that. All I'm saying is, though, yes, he's punching up, and he was the underdog. You could be the best player, but you're playing against that. Now, granted, I like how these players is matched up in the finals. However, what has Curry's been injured, so what? LeBron is having triple-double, averaging a triple-double in the finals. He's getting there and doing it. Curry just got to worry about scoring and shooting. LeBron has to rebound, assist. Then this is the same LeBron that was the MVP for the 2004 Olympics, where your player was on. Now, Curry was popping the last 2 shots. However, the last 2 games, LeBron had a consistent body of work to get them there. Your title fight, we should have had a minute and a half. Go ahead, my boy.
I mean, listen.
I just want to say, I don't give a damn about the USA team. We're talking about 5 rings in the league. We're not talking about fighting.
Let's stick to 5 rings, topic.
Though. Two. You're right. LeBron was averaging triple doubles and what you said he was the forefront foot, but it don't matter. When them lights was bright, who did the world want to see the most? Steph. Simple plain. Simple. When that man step on stage,
against who?
It don't matter who. The NBA is boring when Steph isn't there. That is a fact. The finals is boring when the Warriors aren't there. That is a fact. We are over the LeBron era. Oh, excuse me. We're over the LeBron era, bro. I'm just being honest. Like, you want to talk about it was a team effort. I literally watched Game 4 or 5. Steph put up 40-something points. had, and the Celtics said it. They threw everything at this, and he was the answer 9 times out of the 10, bro. I'm sorry. Yes, LeBron does more because he's 6'8". He's a freak of nature. But when you're 6'3" and you could impact the game the way you are doing by just stepping on the court or stepping past half court, it's a little bit different, bro. I'm sorry.
Man, I ain't get to.
All I'm saying is, in that game
Hold
5,
on, Ace. Hold on, Ace. 3 rounds, my brother.
These things,
bro.
And
He spoke a little bit after I would have waited.
over here cheerleading for Ace.
Yo, hold on.
We got
listen,
let everybody else come on.
Let's do this. All right, let's come back.
This is the title match, bro.
Let's do this.
Give me another round. Give me another round. I'll cook up some.
I'm gonna give y'all one more round.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
All right, Ace, you ready, brother?
What's good? Run that shit. Run the clock.
Let's get it.
Yeah, what's up?
It's you. Talk.
I don't see the timer, my boy. Hold
up. Can you shoot the gun? Can you shoot the gun, please? Come on, stop playing.
Yo, see what I'm saying? I let my opponent speak. Where's the
what we doing? What, y'all ready?
I'm ready. I got another point to make.
Damn, I don't know, Clip.
Yo,
I don't know. Ace,
is it frozen?
Ace, I think you frozen, brother. We're gonna try this one more time.
Yo,
he ain't even in no more.
I think it's a wrap, fellas. I think it's a wrap. I gotta take y'all up out of here, man. I don't know what happened to Ace, but appreciate y'all for being here during this debate show. It's time to bring everybody up, man. We finna talk about this, man. I don't know what happened to Ace. He got glitched out. I don't know what the dealio is, but
that was entertaining as fuck.
What's good, fellas?
Oh, now your Wi-Fi works all of a sudden, Ace.
Oh yeah,
Ace, man, you let me down. Man.
You guys' connection back.
Ace let me down, man. You can't have my goat and not debate for real, man.
I was glad I was
connection started going out.
Ace not clear on my screen. He clear on yours?
Nah, he's loading up. I'm buffering.
man.
That boy like a bad invite on 2K.
What's good, fellas, man? How y'all doing, man? First debate show. Thank everybody for watching, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel, like the channel. How y'all doing, man?
That was dope.
Oh man,
I'm doing good, man. Ace let me down, man. You can't have Braun and not handle business, bro.
Ace is being too nice with that light skinned guy over there in Golden State.
Feel me? Yeah, hey Dre, but hear me out, Dre. He being nice, right? But he got all that energy for me. Boy, he don't want to see me in the ring, bro. I'll deep fry his ass.
Let me tell you something.
When that light skinned man ain't in the playoffs, it's boring as hell, boy.
He's not even number one at his position.
What?
He's not even number one at his position all time. He's still competing. Braun automatically number one.
Hey, I will say this: y'all had an entertaining debate.
He's not. Steph is not.
I was surprised I didn't hear you
at that position.
All time, people are still debating whether Steph is better than Magic, bro. Stop it.
To you.
To me.
To the world. It's an opinionated topic.
I will say this though, right? Clips and Ace had a great, entertaining battle. I was surprised that he not hear Clips say the fifth ring will put Curry top 5 all time.
Oh, that was gonna if Ace we had that I would have jumped that.
You said greatest point guard. I'm talking about player. First off, my camera froze, so you saved. You know that finals when they played Toronto.
Yo, hear me out.
They played Toronto when LeBron wasn't in it. Was the least watched finals of all time. Because LeBron was.
That's actually factual.
Golden State said they felt weird not seeing the King in the finals, bro. Like it was a shock. That's what the confidence that rose. And I was about to kill all that shit. The camera knew it was up. The camera knew it was up.
Hear me out. Your man is so great. Why didn't he make it?
The groin injury, bro. Hold up. Steph had injury. The groin injury.
He got hurt.
We don't talk about that. We don't care about that. We don't care about injuries. We was here on the podcast before and we said injuries don't matter, right? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Fix all them faces right now because we're not doing that. We're not doing it.
I will say this: Mike and everyone had great entertaining battles. First watch live, I got Clips.
He's the GOAT. He averaged triple doubles.
I got Clips winning 2-1.
We're not gonna talk about also right. We're not gonna.
2-1.
Your man has been indestructible all his
Hold on.
career.
But
We're
how
not
about
gonna
this?
talk
How
about
about
a growing
this?
injury. He
So
was
you remember-
indestructible
you
his
remember-
whole
you
career.
remember-
We're not
you
gonna
remember-
talk about a groin injury.
Yo,
We're not gonna
yo.
talk about a groin injury when he been indestructible his whole career. Bro.
Exactly, bro. His whole career he had miles,
Okay,
bro.
so
how about this? So how about this, right?
So wait.
How about this?
So the greatness ran out.
Remember when the Warriors went 73-9 and Steph sat out 15 games and they were still winning? LeBron don't have that luxury.
He's
LeBron don't have
the
that
greatest
luxury.
player in the world. He don't have. It's not.
Exactly. His
it's no
team needs
luxury.
him more.
He
His
is-
team needs him more.
Huh?
His team needs him more.
But they don't. They didn't.
Steph could sit out
It's
10
not,
games
it's not
his team
Steph's
wins.
fault, bro. It's not
Steph could
Steph's
sit out,
fault.
his team
that
still
it's easy.
wins.
Hear me out. It's not Steph's fault that it's easy to pair people around him because of his skill set, bro. LeBron
saying
wants
is
to be everything underneath the sun. The
No,
best
he does
player,
not.
the GM, the
Steph
coach.
could sit out
It's not
10 plus
nobody
games
else's
and they
fault,
win.
bro. I feel you.
Steph could sit out 10 games and they win. LeBron
It's
can't
not
do that.
his fault that they paired a great players around him. KD, your man, was like, "Oh my God, the way the Warriors play is really fucking appealing." Let me just go over there. It's not his
Hold on, don't do that. Like Katie also said, "Damn, if I can't beat him, I gotta join him."
Wait. So can I ask you a question?
We can't.
Without the fifth ring, ain't LeBron still top 2 all time?
Debatable. It's all debatable. It's all
It's
debatable.
debatable, but most people would put him
Oh,
in that
debatable.
2 to 3
Superior.
Curry
range.
needs another ring just to possibly touch a top 5, right?
Touch top 10 for me, but
So
it's
you,
like
it's for
you
you.
said,
That's what I said. It's
it's opinion.
opinionated. All these topics is
Yes,
opinionated.
brother. Don't worry, but you got an extra round. Let me finish my sentence.
I didn't have an extra round. They clipped it. I didn't have an extra round. They clipped it.
My camera froze,
No,
bro. Like,
you did. Ace didn't because
I didn't have an extra round. I didn't get to go. Ace was going first. Remember?
Yeah,
I feel you, bro.
Well, like I was trying to say, fifth ring would get him in the maybe get him in the top 10 all time. But like I was trying to say, it is still opinion all in all. Everyone had interesting debates. I wanted to hear more reason behind each of you guys' points on what would catapult them to wherever you guys had them if they get the fifth ring. But all in all, that was funny as hell. That was fun. Mike and Tommy had a great one, had a good battle too.
Let me be media next time.
That was dope.
Listen, I listen.
Niggas off the screen when they start just random bullshit.
Draco, I wanted to hear more from you on
T-Top, you
why
muted.
would you have Jamal or Lynn, like from a statistical standpoint?
Jamal had
Jamal
more.
was not supposed to be no fucking all-star game. That was the
Jamal was
I never knew I could defend Embiid so much. That was great.
What was that, Drake?
Jamal had better stats than Tony Parker and all them. They just Tony
So
Parker.
that's what I'm saying. I wanted to hear more
Yeah.
on that. I was more so getting
Coming
from
off
you
coming off the bench.
the glitz and the glamour side of it. Like it's more
It's
fun to
easy-
watch
it's easy
Jamal.
to put up
and then you
better
had
stats when you
the
the
idea
six
of
man.
Lynn. What was that?
you
Clip?
said stats when you're the sixth man.
Mm-hmm.
To who?
I
He
couldn't
was
hear
putting
Cliff Wilson's point.
He was putting up them stats as 6 man. That's why he didn't get it.
He was putting up 20 per game.
18 points on.
Jamal Crawford was doing that as 6 man, was he not?
I'm asking you. You made the.
That's
You
what I
made the
said. So if he was the 6 man, how the hell was he going to get an All-Star game? When do we see 6 mans get an All-Star game?
Well, with you saying that kind of proves my point.
I wasn't going against you. That's my whole point.
I know
I
that.
literally just said Dre. I don't know why you said Jamal Crawford because I don't
Jamal
think.
Crawford was tough that year. You want something exciting? You bring Jamal Crawford.
But they don't put in 6 man.
They never have.
Yeah, that's what I'm, okay. So
It's a new. It's just like Curry shooting threes. It's a new concept. You get what I'm saying?
No.
A lot of
Did James Harden on OKC make All-Star?
I don't want to say new concept because Reggie Miller.
Did Manu Ginobili make All-Star? I'm trying to remember.
Manu
Manu
was
was an
he made an
all-star
All-Star as a starter, nigga, as a starter, not as a bit, not as a
When
6 man.
was Ginobili starting? He made an All-Star.
Huh? Manu
When did
made
Ginobili
one.
start on San Antonio when he made the All-Star team?
He made okay.
I'm gonna look into it
I
now.
had to do some research.
Ginobili was
on
a two-time All-Star. I'm trying to figure out when did he, because he's always been on as a 6 man.
Listen, I'm glad all y'all getting all this out now, man. We're gonna definitely have many more debate shows like this. Clips want to be the mediator next time, so I think we're gonna get that rolling next time we do this. And these guys want to throw me in the hot seat, so you're gonna see your boy Pedro up there debating.
Let's go. And we got to have different opponents, too. We got to face different people. I'm trying to face everybody.
It don't matter who I go against.
Oh yeah, hold up.
I'm
First
open to
off,
go against anyone.
Mike, Tommy, I don't like the Embiid slander and Kawhi got a franchise tag and he's not playing and shit. He needed to catch some strays. I'm surprised nobody
But
said
that
nothing
wasn't the
about
topic. But you right, Ace.
Like I would have brought
That's
him
true.
up. There's other franchise players playing who ain't playing and they got franchise tags. But you know what? It ain't
franchise player.
I think with Kawhi though, to play devil's advocate, I think Kawhi will get more leeway considering that when he was the guy, he got results.
Not with the Clippers. That wasn't with the Clippers.
He got rings.
But
Not
you
with the
didn't say
Clippers,
Clippers.
though.
You said franchise.
He was
So-
only the guy for 1 year in Toronto.
and got the ring. He got it done
He got
against
it done.
Joel Embiid, who was a franchise
1 and 1.
player. I might
One
add.
and done.
All right, right. Just to go back to my point, the year that Manu won that the All-Star shit you're talking about was 2004, 2005, and he was in the starting lineup with
How
Bowen.
many games did he start? Did they show you on the side? How many games?
He started damn near the whole season. I'm literally looking at it on Basketball Reference.
I don't want to hear damn near. Let me hear how many games did he start?
Told me to really count. He was in the starting lineup all 82, nigga. There we go.
Oh, they tell you the number. It's usually a number beside it.
I just said 82. I'm looking at it right now. I'm literally counting them out right now. They went from 1 to 82, and he's in the starting lineup all these games. Except 81. My bad. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think y'all make some pretty
I'm
fair
counting them
points.
out.
I definitely think there was a lot of players
Let me count them out. Hold on.
a lot of players that missed these All-Star games and stuff like that. But while you do that research, Clips, we know that the Cavaliers finally got their first loss recently against the Celtics, which a lot of people were looking forward to that game. I know they play again soon in a couple of days, I believe Tuesday coming up before Thanksgiving and stuff. I just want to know you guys' input from that game. And Mike, I'll start off with you.
Basically, the Celtics showed that they can still beat anyone even without Porzingis. But one thing that really worried me is the same shit that was happening last year. Third quarter, what were they up by 20, 22 points? And we're talking about a 3-point ball game at the end. They just gotta remember to keep the foot on the gas and just not coast, because even last night against the Wizards, they couldn't hit a 3 to save their lives, and they just keep hucking them up. They got to do a better job adjusting their style of play. When you're up, you just need to keep scoring. You don't need to necessarily keep shooting the 3 ball. I know they're analytically driven and stuff, but they should just work on adjusting their play for the situation, I think. But I think they'll be okay against them in the future.
My fault, y'all. I've been having computer issues the last few days.
Manu, he started 74 out of 82 games that year he won All-Star.
Okay. That's what I was asking you. I wasn't debating you. I was just trying to.
Oh, no, I was talking to Dre. I'm gonna make my
2013. Jamal started every game, but
what was his numbers for 2013?
He still had a good 16. You just got beat out Tony.
I just got to throw this out right now. I know this is way off topic, but Indiana is up on Ohio State 7-7.
No, it's 7-7 now.
Oh, they just scored? Okay. I'm a little
Yeah.
behind. But back to it. T-Top.
Hold on, my bad. And then his second All-Star, right? His second All-Star, he started 79 out of 80.
See.
But go ahead,
It's valid.
Yeah,
you good.
I'm just, and this sucks because CJ, at that point of the 2022 season, I think he was 30, and now it's 3 years removed from that. Just about, I don't see him ever making an All-Star team. He's one of the better players to not make one. If he was in a bigger market, like if he was doing that in New York, he would have made an All-Star team.
He ain't getting that shit now, so damn, it sucks.
And if he was just in the East, because think about it, everybody was killing in the West at that time.
Yeah.
Everybody, that's triple double.
And you got to take it apart. I didn't mention this on the during the debate. Was like that during that span too. I think the first half of it, it was not positionless for the All-Star team. So he wasn't going to beat out Harden, Russ, Curry, and those guys. So another name you could have thought you could have brought up was if you want to go recent, Michael Conley would have been a good name too to talk about.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to see Michael Conley in nothing, bro. I don't even want to see him.
What about
Same as CJ.
I mean, if you want to go way,
the All-Star game's about entertainment. So
yeah,
but
but
I want to go further back. You could have mentioned like a Byron Scott.
Yeah, but
Cedric
what
Maxey,
about De'Aaron Fox averaging 27 and not making the All-Star game?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
but he recently
but
did make one.
he made an All-Star game though. The
But
question was
not
who
the year
hasn't
when
made it,
he averaged 27 and still didn't make the All-Star game.
but he has been an All-Star.
Already.
That negates it.
There's people that never made. Like to me, Byron Scott is a coach. I don't know
Are you
about
talking about people who never made it, or people whose biggest year they should have made
Topic
it?
was
The
who
topic
never
was which NBA player, who's the best NBA player to not make an All-Star team?
Well, all right, never mind. I thought, like, let's say if when he got snubbed one year and this year he averaged 27, but he made it the year he made 22. Like, all right.
See, Ace, man, I'll fry your ass if you trying to debate me, boy.
I feel like
Hold up.
I feel like these debates
Let's
should have
let you
been
off
about
easy.
5 minutes
Let's let you off
each.
easy. You
Don't
gonna
all
get
those
Right.
eggs in your fridge, my
Right.
brother. You hear me? You lucky Dre is a breaker. That's why you wanted to go first.
Listen here, Ace. I'll give you my Wi-Fi connection. I'll still bust your ass.
Your wife, you
Don't make no
have
difference.
computer issues.
Don't make no
You
difference.
having computer issues. I don't want to hear that.
Brother, my computer's 2012. Listen,
I don't
it's
give a
bound to
fuck.
break down at some point.
That's your computer, my boy.
How you gonna pick my goat
Own
and
it.
fumble like that? You look like him in 2011, dropping the ball.
That ain't your goat. All right. First of all,
It is. I'm just not.
ball,
I'm not
bro.
biased.
How did I drop the
He's my
ball?
goat.
My laptop froze. That's the only time it froze because it knew it was up.
It took an extra round for you to finally wake up.
It didn't take no extra round. First of all, I'm about to cook you. You hear me? You and this damn. What is this?
You can't even cook clips. You ain't cooking me.
I'm not worried
Pick
about
up that Lakers shit. Lakers are known for winning. You ain't win shit.
You saying Cliff
Go ahead,
White?
go get you some Brooklyn Nets tie. That's what you used to, losing. Go ahead.
How did I get cooked by clips? How did I get cooked by clips? Because he was louder than me? Talk your shit. How?
Look, your own blood said yeah.
I'm being funny. He said because
he's louder than me. Like how, bro? I have facts. He has facts.
This
First of all, we
computer's
had a title match. Raise your hand before you talk to us. All right.
Let's let the viewership decide who won these debates, man.
I guarantee they ain't gonna say Ace.
Louder. I literally said a fact. You're like,
what was the
Let's
fact?
get-
in the playoffs, that shit is trash.
Facts.
Let's get back to scheduled programs, man. Let's get back to these Celtics and Cavs, man. T-Top, did you catch the game recently, man?
I did.
First loss, man. How you feeling about that?
I did. I love to see it. I knew, boys like Evan Mobley was gonna show up. I like seeing what he's doing this year for them. I could see what's making them so good. And I like when the scoring was slowing down for Cavs, Donovan had to step up and take over. But our C's, man, this season is just too much. We have too many weapons. We're good on defense. We know how to turn the switch. I do understand that we live and die by the three, but I also think when it's time to lock in on D, I think we can do that. And so I'm not worried about the C's at all. And I can't wait for Porzingis to come back.
Draco, you got anything?
We're not gonna talk about how y'all blew a 20-point lead, though. Okay.
Yeah, I think Garland had a bad night, and I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all was hitting shots that night. Y'all was like 3 people made more over 3 threes. No, 6. It was like 5 that made over 3 threes. In a 7-game series, it'll get interesting. It'll get real interesting because I ain't gonna hold you. Darius Garland just gonna stink it up like that. He gotta get traded. Because it's like you gotta show up in key matchups. You just can't.
What was he like 1 for 11, some shit like that?
Darius Garland was 3 for 21 in that game, but honestly,
3 for 21.
Even if they're healthy in a 7-game series, I still got Boston in 6 because the size that we provide, I don't think it's a good matchup for Darius Garland. He might not shoot 3 for 21, but I don't think he's going to be efficient, and that's going to be the deal breaker for them to lose. Because we did blow a 20-point lead in that game, even though we still hung on to win. To Clips' point, but if both teams are healthy, now you're adding a whole completely different element to Boston with Porzingis, which I don't think they'll have enough answers for that, along with the others around Porzingis.
Ace, you got anything off that game, brother?
First off, Steph Curry missed the playoffs more than LeBron did.
Oh my God!
Honestly, bro, not to be a hater, it's different thing because it shows. Hater side is like, oh man, the Celtics would be the one to take down the Cavs. However, it showed that we can look forward to those Eastern Conference matchups between Cavs and Celtics. I felt like Celtics blew a 20-point lead while Cavs were shooting poorly. maybe historically poorly to some standards in the chat. I don't know. However, what are they going to do with a hot Cavs team when they get the ball rolling and the shots going in? I look forward to the other 3 matchups they potentially have, and maybe the extra matchup in the cup games if they match up and everything like that. I like the intensity. I like how it brings that fast pace, gun and shoot. Like, all right, let's really go out there and compete.
I think it being an NBA Cup game raised the intensity too.
So who y'all got Clips or Cavs? Not Clips, Knicks. Knicks or Cavs right now. Who y'all got better?
I'll say Cavs.
I got the Cavs.
Cavs are better right now.
Yeah, just chemistry purposes too. I mean, they've been.
Although the Knicks are,
I just want to say though, don't forget
Towns is balling.
Knicks got Towns a month before the season started. So
I mean, time would definitely tell.
I just like the Cavs for the depth purposes. I don't think the Knicks have enough depth. They're gonna go, and Tibbs has always been known to run 7-8 players deep. I think right now, Towns, Brunson, and the group is playing like the most minutes in the league. So, and hopefully, if Robinson comes back, when he comes back, he can be an important factor. But he's gonna have to get adjusted and acquainted. So, because of those reasons, at the moment, I'm gonna lean towards the Cavs.
Clips
defense sucks too.
Clip, you got anything from the Cavs first loss when they played Boston recently?
No, they just looked outside. That's all it was. And Darius Garland couldn't hit a shot. And the Celtics just decided to magically hit everything. But y'all blew a 20-point lead. That's more.
We're not gonna call that a historically shooting night from the 3.
We don't hate like that.
Actually, historian.
Oh, that's not me. I don't be saying that. But
no, I was just asking the question.
No, because Boston's been doing this multiple times. This is the second game they shot over 23s made. So this is what we're accustomed to.
Talking about the percentage that they shot it at.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I get y'all shoot all these threes and shit. I don't care. Y'all blew a 20-point lead, and halfway through a quarter, literally through the third. By the beginning of the fourth, they was down 3 or something like that.
Yeah, and I agree. That's something that we've been seeing from the Celtics for years now.
And that's and for me. I'm sorry, I get this basketball and anything that happened, bro, but you still ain't correct that mistake to not dwindle down leads. Like, okay, cool.
Another thing too, I think just we're in an era where a lot of teams are blowing 20-point leads. Like being up by 20 points is like really nothing nowadays, and it's a lot real easy to come back from.
And to point out one of the key factors of why that league got that game was because they went to the Mace Quetta lineup in that third quarter, and what we thought would have been the case with them attacking our whole front of the pick and roll was actually the case for him, and that's why he was unplayable in the second half because of that one reason. Now, of course, they obviously blown leads like this before with Horford in the lineup, so I'm not disagreeing with that. Just sticking to that game in particular, that was one of the bigger reasons why Cleveland was able to get back into the game.
Terribly.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Cleveland was just shooting bad, maybe historically bad according to some. All I'm saying is you get a hot Cleveland team, then that 20-point lead might not even get to 20 points. It might be more back and forth. And I don't even want to blame Horford for that. I didn't fully watch all of the game, watch certain points. But Horford has been a bright spot in that organization too in certain series and moments of time as far as experience, stretching the floor, and some rebounding.
I want to get into allegedly Tyrese Maxey held a meeting up with the Philadelphia 76ers, and sound like some things was going on, calling out Embiid and stuff like that. I don't know really how true it is or what's really going on, but I want to hear you guys input on that situation over there. I know we kind of been talking about it a little bit the past couple of weeks. But again, I have to ask, do y'all think that Joel Embiid's taking it serious, taking his health serious, taking this organization serious, taking basketball serious?
One thing I want to say, honestly, not to pull a Kanye, I get what Embiid is doing, but we can't ignore Kawhi over there in the Clippers organization. But moving forward, I don't want to know, from what I've read and looked into, I don't know if Maxey held the meeting, but I know for a fact he was the one that brought up Joel's Embiid name and held him accountable. Maxi's been there more, so I guess he has more leeway too. But if Paul George is as experienced, he has the right to say, like, hey, and I agree. Paul George could have been a deciding factor in going there. Now, it's tricky to say you're not going to play back-to-backs and then be like, oh, well, chemistry and things like that. To Clip's point, we haven't seen the final product. However, you have to do things to show you mean it more. Like maybe try a back-to-back at least once in a while, especially if it's two Eastern teams to get the chemistry going. And I'll conclude with that.
Tommy, you said last year Embiid was like 35 and 15. What was his stats?
35 and 11.
35 and 11. I'm off the court. All y'all get more shots, and y'all still look like trash. Y'all want me to take it serious? No, I'm not going to come out here. Embiid's been hurt every year of his career, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Last year I came back for y'all. We lost in the playoffs. I'm going to start chilling, man.
Yeah, but you got Paul George though. Hold on, that's not fair. You got a rising star. You got a rising star in Maxi, and then Paul George just joined the crew. You can't like start slacking off. This is your chance to ball out. This is your window, right?
I mean, Paul George.
Hear me out. That man backpack been heavy for how long?
A minute.
Be for real. Be for real.
I mean, if it's not now, then when?
What do you mean?
Never.
If they don't try to get it right now with that squad, then when?
They ain't winning with that squad. That squad ain't.
I definitely think Philadelphia, like they thought that they had a window. They think that they still have a window with Paul George and Embiid and Maxi being there. That's why they got him over there.
Last year, Paul George averaged 22 and 6. This year, barely 15.
How many games has he played?
Right.
He played 8 games.
8 out of 12, no cap. That's good enough. That's
like I get it. I get the injuries and stuff like that, but it's like, all right, how long are we gonna continue?
Wait, so hold on. Do y'all think Paul George is starting to get washed?
He's been washed.
I'm not even on there.
Damn. Damn.
I think it's this, right? Paul George been a player that's been hurt in previous situations and all that, right? Technically, you didn't even play as for one game. He was the third option on the team for only one game. So all these other games, he was like the second option. He just ain't getting up the right shots.
I don't know.
I will say the one thing I won't.
You don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and defend Paul George because he doesn't produce results, unfortunately. But I feel like this is the best year. I mean, this is the best team for him to do something with.
And he's not doing it.
Let me tell you something. The best year
they just can't get on the court.
The best year was when he had JJ Redick, Ben Simmons, and Jimmy Butler. I think they had all of them on that one roster, and that's when Kawhi hit that. That was the best year.
But wasn't Jimmy wasn't Jimmy yet at that time, right?
Jimmy was still good. Jimmy took over all fourth quarter scoring. The next year when he went to the Heat, he turned up, but Jimmy was doing something over there. He was a fourth option.
Okay, I remember now. Yeah. One thing I'm not gonna do is question Embiid's work ethic. He's been playing through nagging injuries, a broken face, knee, meniscus, all of that stuff.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna question him. He wants to win. He's proven that he wants to be out there and win. He even also said he wanted to play back-to-backs, but it's also the team is in us. Health staff pushing him to not do that also. Because, from a business standpoint, they're trying to protect the cash cow. So we have to take into account that aspect of it as well as what's going on the court and off the court. I also can acknowledge that Paul George is not healthy, which is why I was never high on Philly. The most healthiest player they had was Maxey up to that point, and then he got hurt this year. And when he was playing before the injury, he was not playing well either. So right now, like Paul just said on his podcast, the most consistent player, and he can't be the most consistent player on the team if they're going to win, is their rookie, Jared McCain.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. If you go hard with physical therapy, you shouldn't be on no damn podcast, bro. Go ice your damn knee. I'm sorry, bro. You got the same injury twice this year. You wasn't ready to come back. Don't come back.
Hey.
But if he don't come back, then it's like he goes back to the same narrative we was just talking about. So it's kind of like they're in a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation.
Yeah, and I think regardless, injuries, whatever's going on, I just still think they're in a lose-lose situation over here. Go ahead, Mike.
I know Ace said about Kawhi, as I said earlier, just because of franchise labels, the guy's a franchise player doesn't mean he should be or is a franchise player. And with Embiid, the only thing that makes him a cash cow is all the money that he's stealing from Philadelphia. It's a waste of time, man. Like seriously, this like why
He's
you
also
why
bringing
you
in a lot of money too. He's their only.
yeah, jersey sales only bring you so far, man. I don't care. Like, why did you go play in the playoff or not the playoffs? I'm sorry, the Olympics. Same thing with some of these guys. I don't understand why y'all had to go to the Olympics. It's a selfish move.
But you can't say Embiid's taking all their money when he's bringing in a lot of money for that organization in itself. Like I said, Philly's last MVP was Allen Iverson. That was 2001. They haven't had any MVP since then. So he's bringing in revenue. This is much money he has earned and played through all those injuries. So I believe he earned every penny from what they got given him. But
why does MVPs matter though? It don't mean nothing if you
from
don't
a
win
business
anything or bring in playoff games.
From a financial standpoint, it matters because he's bringing in general. He's putting asses in the seats.
I mean,
Not
what
after
about
the second round of the playoffs?
what about from the fan standpoint of view? Like being in Philadelphia as a fan and looking to go see Embiid on a night-to-night basis, going through all this stuff with him having injuries and stuff.
What
Think about
night-to-night basis? He don't play night to night.
But think about it, right? Think
It
about
must
it.
be frustrating as hell.
Most Philly fans is there during the regular season, so they see when he do the 35 and 15s and all that. They catch the regular season games, he go crazy, right? All NBAs and all that. Them playoff tickets too expensive. So for the general Philly fan, they love regular season Embiid.
But not even that. I hate how, and not even just Philadelphia, teams across the board, they charge you and they raise the prices for these superstars, and they're not even playing. At least let them sign autographs to the nosebleed seat. Like go be interactive with the crowd. If you're not playing, if you're charging me to see Embiid and I just see him on the bench, I could have looked at that on YouTube.
So look, last year, right? Embiid came to he came to San Antonio. San Antonio came to him and he dropped 72. You don't want to see that?
Right.
Everybody
you just don't know, but you just don't know when he's gonna play. Imagine I paid for tickets to him playing Joker. When Joker comes to Philly, he plays. When he goes there, he never plays.
I'm a Philly fan. I don't think nobody really go to Denver besides people that live in California. Fan wise, I don't think Philly fans live in Denver.
And as far as like, one of you guys, I was switching over, so I heard someone mention about the playoffs and the ticket pricing and stuff. And me last year, he played on that toe meniscus and broken face and averaging over 30 on one leg. No face. So that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like he earned every penny, he deserves every penny, and I won't question his character when it comes to him trying to play through these injuries because he has shown he can. He got drafted with injuries. This is something that's not new. Unfortunately, it just sucks because we see so much from him and how high he can be and the caliber play he is, and he can't break through with that. And that's the unfortunate part, right? For the fan, everyone that's involved.
So I want to ask, besides, because I already got the answer from Mike and Tommy, Clips, Musa, Ace, Draco. If y'all have Embiid, are you're Philly, you're owner of Philadelphia. Do you move off of him or are you keeping him at this point?
What you gonna get for him?
It depends on what you're trying to get and what you're trying to build, right?
That's what I said.
It's a tough layer. So if you're trying to,
You're not gonna get another.
Go ahead, Draco.
You're not gonna get another big of his caliber. You got to go get at least 3 to 4 pieces just to replace what he does.
You replacing a 30-point scorer, 12 rebounds, and about like 4 assists.
And defensively,
That's tough.
we don't see him as much, but people probably got a little fear in their heart when they see Embiid down there.
So it depends on where the direction they're trying to go, right? If you're telling, because you just gave Paul George the money, so you're gonna be locked up on his contract for the next 2-3 years. I think it's 3 years, but he has a player option in the 3rd year, so it's 2 years at worst, right? I like what I'm seeing from Jerry McCain. You got Maxey, so that could be your backcourt. If you move off Embiid, we all know we're not gonna get the level of caliber player back, but you could get the pieces and counterparts to still be competitive, especially in the East. The question is, what are you trying to get out of that? If I'm in the position, I'm gonna at least hold on to Embiid the next 2 seasons, including this season, because it's just shitty luck right now that the 3 main players on this team to keep them going has all been dealing with nagging injuries. So maybe if they can get through the season, whether they're good or not, and go try again next year where they're at least healthy. I'm assuming because God willing, nothing serious happens to them from now until the offseason. We can give it one more run, and if it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to make some adjustments because I don't think you can be able to trade Embiid right now, given all the injuries, without getting something that you want back. Because other team's gonna have leverage because they know you're trading for damaged goods, basically.
Trading him put you back about 4 or 5 years, bro. Honestly, you
Maybe
considering
considering you got Maxey and Jared, I think because it's gonna almost like be a 3-team trade. I think you'll be good. You won't be a championship team right away, but I don't think you'll be that far off, depending on what you can get back.
I say keep him. Fuck that.
Anything else? Any other highlights you guys want to bring up? I know we had Don't Connect had a huge game in LA with 30+ points and stuff like that. Laker fan Ace, is there anything you want to chime in on that?
Lakers shouldn't have blown the game to the Orlando Magic. Damn the high point. Let's talk about the low point.
they blow
AD missed clutch free throws to not only win the game but tie the game. And then Franz Wagner, who was hot, white chocolate came down there and hit the 3 to win the game. Have mercy. We can't be competing with the high teams and trying to get our 5th ring and we playing like that. Let's start with the lows first before we get to the highs. All right, let's take some accountability. AD, brother, if you watch this pod one day, come on, we gotta make that. I'm about to call you Anthony instead of AD because that can't happen. Well, let's be real for a minute now. We're doing good. JJ Redick is keeping players accountable. They took D'Lo out the starting lineup. They're rolling. You know, they're in the top 5 of the West.
Your guy D'Lo.
You feel me?
Yeah, your guy that you put in the what was it? The good category.
I put the Lakers in the good category. What are you talking
He
about?
wasn't. Ace didn't have him in the trash category.
Nah, I'm playing.
I put Lakers up there. All I'm saying is it comes down to little things like that. Turnovers and free throws. You're in the running for MVP this year. Game winning free throws. So win the game. Every game kind of counts, especially against Orlando. Like I think that's their first loss at home, if I'm not mistaken. They were doing good. You missed the free throws. Where was the defense on the other end? I don't know whose assignment that was, but come on now.
Orlando's been playing really well.
I don't want to hear that. We had the game.
Nah, you got to hear that because you said especially Orlando, like Orlando's bums or something.
Nah, but the thing is, main star is gone.
It could have been the non-stars. The game was
That's
winnable.
what France been doing.
I understand that.
Defense in the league almost.
You when your main star is gone, you don't expect the second option to step up like that. Like
You do if you've been watching Orlando. France has been like that these last few seasons.
okay, so now Franz, okay, you're up his scoring. Who replaced what Franz was doing for Paolo? That's what I'm saying. The way they've been able to still get points going, they still scoring at a pretty good rate.
That's fair. That's fair.
Shout out to Dalton Connect. He did his thing. Apparently, Utah just thought he would miss. He didn't miss. He kept going. I don't remember the last time LeBron and AD were in a game and somebody else could go out there and get over 30 points efficiently. Hopefully, Austin Reeves, D'Lo, Rui, and everybody they look and they catch fire. You know I'm not going to say Dalton is going to be the solidified third option now. But it also helps that you have a head coach who you play like. So he sees himself in Dalton and sets up certain things to be like, hey, you would excel in this. It makes it easier for his minutes, easier for his shots, because the head coach has a game that fits yours. So I want to throw that nod in.
Would you leave him in the starting lineup when Rui gets back?
And take out who?
It varies because him and Reeves
Dalton Connect. Would you leave him in the starting lineup when Rui gets healthy?
It depends on who we're playing in the matchup. Like if we're playing a small team, of course.
What's their starting lineup?
I think it's.
We're talking about the Lakers.
Talking about the Lakers, right?
AD,
Bron, Connect, Reeves. I don't know who the fifth is.
I thought it was Cam Reddish.
Yeah, Cam Reddish.
Oh, Cam Reddish.
D'Lo came out. Now it depends on we playing. If we're playing the Celtics, we'll just let the bench start because we know how that goes. But if we're playing.
Yeah, that's why y'all watch us get a ring, right?
Excuse you?
I was gonna say, try that into like a 7-game series and see how that works out for you.
That's what you watch us get a ring.
We sat down LeBron and AD and still won. I mean, there's no fear.
Congratulations.
It's
You
so
won a
funny
regular
how
season
we're
game.
just talking about things from last year.
You won a regular season game. Who
Relevant.
cares? We got the ring.
Hold up, your boy brought up the ring from last year. So are we talking about last year or this year?
Brought up the ring because you brought up them losing. Like, stop trying to be victim in this.
I brought up
you
them
set
winning,
yourself up
bro.
for this.
No, I did not, bro. All I'm saying is I just feel like the Lakers still have things to work on. I'm taking accountability. I'm not making excuses for how they lost. They should have won.
Fair.
I look forward to the Celtics and Lakers matchup. That's all I gotta say. Musa, I'll be on your phone and everything. Win or
Listen,
lose, bro.
Ace, if the Celtics lose to the Lakers, I'm not gonna care. You know why? It's the same thing when you get happy about beating me in fantasy one week. It don't matter. I'm still gonna win the big game when it matters.
Who's bringing that
It
up?
don't matter.
Who's
Speaking
bringing
of
that up?
fantasy,
You talking about
Speaking of
quarters? I'm trying to
fantasy,
get the big bills.
I drafted my team live while I was drafting for another league, and I'm still undefeated in y'all leagues.
But you're
I need
behind
my
me.
respect.
So Jose,
I need my respect.
You know,
Jose,
I need my respect. I'm
Speak Creole.
undefeated.
Jose, you behind me.
One-
It don't matter.
One, my
Nula.
injury.
Nula.
Yeah, okay,
Joker,
yeah.
one,
Hey, Peso, you already know. How y'all ball in real life, though?
There we go. Well,
Nah,
nah,
nigga,
I
I
like
can
the-
ball.
Can't control what they
Yeah,
do.
we can do that too.
See what a good real life with it. I could ball too. Nigga, what's up?
Basketball. It don't
that
matter
Ace
to me.
had a couple of weeks ago.
Women,
When's the last time you ran full speed?
Exactly.
I might need a week or two to get back in condition, but fuck it.
Man, that's it for today's show, man.
We gonna talk about OKC or who's playing like a top.
We
We
can.
gonna talk about OKC.
There's a lot to talk
I talked
about.
about how currently my top 3 players, and not in order right now, been playing the best was Jokic, AD, and Tatum. I ain't hearing nothing about that. I was kind of surprised.
What was it?
I thought I was gonna try to bait Ace into this, but he heard AD, so he was okay with it. You know, I guess.
AD does more for his team than the light skinned dude in Boston. All right. Like,
Oh god.
Defensively, sure.
Offensively, AD don't do more offensively.
From scoring, sure. I guess. But
What
that's
more
it. He doesn't
offensive
initiate the
than
offense.
scoring, Trey?
Initiating the offense. You play basketball, right? What are you talking
Initiating
about here?
this. What's the stat for initiating the offense? Show me the stat line.
Now we talking about stats.
I
do you
think
not
I would factor into that.
Do you not need to initiate the offense to score the ball?
What's the
Yes or
stat
no?
for that? What's the
Do
stat
you
line?
Nah.
not need to
What
do
is
you
the
not
stat
need to
called for that?
initiate the
I think
offensive
Pi
score?
factors that in.
Like I'm not doing all
Mike,
these
is there a
analytical
stat
stats
for
and
initiating
shit
the
like that.
offense? Mike, is there a stat for
No,
initiating
but
the offense?
Pi goes on both sides of the ball, but
Man,
that's
screw all
like
that analytics BS. I ain't talking about that. Well, you have to bring the ball up and initiate the offense to score the buckets. Let's not
Mike,
act
is
like
there
that's not
is there
common
a
sense.
stat for who brings the ball up half court, or is there a stat for points?
You
What
have
are we
to
talking
run.
about?
You play to score the ball, Ace.
Is there a
Anthony Davis ain't just coming off the court running ISOs.
stat for that? Is there a stat for that?
If there is, I don't know it because I'm not looking at no analytic
That's
BS.
irrelevant. I don't want to hear about him.
It is not irrelevant. You said who
Who's
has
getting
more
the ball
pressure?
in the hole? Who's
No,
getting the
what
ball
was
in
your
the hole?
no, Ace? Because you clearly play ball, but you ain't got no common sense.
I'm
You
not having
ask,
sense when he plays
who
ball.
has more? Who does more on their team? Initiating offense has a lot to do with scoring the ball and running plays.
Who does more? Who does more?
That matters. What are you talking about?
Initiating the offense is not as important as finishing and executing the offense.
All I know is Shea playing better than Tatum?
Is he? He might be.
Crickets.
I mean, he's had to elevate his game with the Chet injury, but
Changes happening over there in OKC.
Guess who
Because
leads
I remember I was told, well, Shea's averaging 30, this and that, as if Tatum didn't do that the year before. And now Tatum's doing that too. And it's not like there was games. There was times this year where Brown was missing games. We already know KP was out, Drew was out, and Tatum was still holding down the fort. And
facts.
Y'all lost to Golden State. Talking about he was still holding down the.
Golden State's number one in the West.
Stop it.
Your case is closed.
Golden State are actually good. I don't know what they. Golden State are actually good.
Now.
Stop it. Don't make it seem like you're like Golden State now.
Shout out Carl McGraw. He said no. Shout out to Carl, man. Thank you for the comment.
State is trash.
We all did. But at the time that Golden State beat them, They were tied for first, and now they're still first in the West. So are we really looking at that loss this season as a?
So right now, Golden State.
You lost to Golden State?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Sure.
I expected Tatum to do more in
You're
that
not
game.
team in the West, and we're top 3 at the time.
So I want to ask: is Tatum a top 3 player right now? To the whole panel.
I don't know.
So
I
who's
wish I
the
could
three
say
better
yes,
than
but
This
him?
year
I
he
can't.
is, yeah.
I can't.
Who's
I'll say
playing better
Joker.
than him? Okay.
I'll say Joker, Giannis, and AD right now are better than him.
Clips, where you at with that? Top 3 in the NBA right now.
Joker, AD, and I'll go. I'll throw Tatum in there.
Shout out to Karl Glore. It's regular season. Yes, sir.
I'll throw Tatum in there. I mean, Giannis is playing very, very well, but they still suck. So, like, I'm not.
They climbing up.
We're talking about
I'm not
individual.
even-
We're talking
I'm
about the
not-
individual.
I'm
The
I'm not mad at
individual.
the Giannis. I'm still taking Tatum over him right now.
You talking about
Who's playing-
individual?
Yeah, who's playing better
the
right
team.
now?
Better basketball right
Who's
now.
been playing better? Yes.
I'm still going.
Giannis has.
Giannis has been playing. Yes, statistically, yes. I get what you're saying. Then yes. But
Draco, who's your top?
I'm putting Tatum in there because
Tatum's in top 3, if not leading the league in most 30-point games this season, by the way. I want to put that out there.
Draco, what's your top 3 right now?
Joker, Anthony Davis, and Donovan Mitchell, man.
Oh yeah, you get the.
The numbers aren't quite there, but I see where you're going with that. As
Who
far as
played better in that matchup? In that Cleveland-Boston game, Tatum or Mitchell?
Mitchell still had 32, I think. He had the same amount of points, just about. Pull it up.
I'll pull it up.
T-Top, what's your top 3 right now?
Oh yeah, I said it. Joker, Giannis, and AD.
Who you got, Mike?
Top 3, I'm gonna go Joker, Davis, and Tatum. But I just want to bring this up. So Ace was asking about the offensive. These are the top 10 guys in offensive rating. So this is the offensive stat right here. Believe it or not, number 1 in the league is Peyton Pritchard. Number 2 is Tyrese Halliburton. 3 is Jokic. 4 is Derek White. 5 is KCP. 6 is Luke Cornett. And then we got Jason Tatum. Davis had not cracked the top 10. And then for the pie, which takes in defense, top 5 is Jokic, Doncic, Giannis, SGA, and LeBron. And Anthony Davis is 7th on that list with Tatum not cracking the top 10.
Shout out to Karl McGlure. I'll put the comment up again. Tatum had 38.
I just want to say one thing, though.
Which I have it right here, too.
You said, what was the pie with Pritchard being there number 1?
No, that's the offensive rating. So basically, they're saying that overall Anthony Davis has been a better player this year, but on the offense, Tatum's been better.
But you said Pritchard and Derek White. 2 other guys was up there, and
I think the Celtics numbers are going to get skewed because of all the threes they take for the 3-point percentage. So it's probably not a fair statistic to judge them on, but that's what they got the offense.
I was gonna say that, Mike, and also to add to that, yeah, with how the offense is being played and how the offense is getting initiated, people getting like White, Pritchard are getting easier looks also, which
that's what I'm saying. So the efficiency matters. I just want to say AD has more points than Tatum. 3-point percentage is more than Tatum. Rebounding is more like
you said. 80's 3-point percentage is higher than Tatum.
Tatum, look it up right now.
I just want to hear what you said. I want to make sure I clarify.
I'm making sure. Yeah. But it varies because if Tatum is taking more threes per game than AD, like you see what I'm saying. So that's why when you said Pritchard and Derek White, I get that part. However, now
Donovan Mitchell, by the way, had 35 and 8, and Tatum had 33, 12 and 7.
Yeah, but
I don't want to gloss over. Hold on. Can we not gloss over that 35 and be like, and not understand that he took 29 shots and only hit 13?
Oh, I was gonna leave that alone, but
no, I said he shot. We said he shot bad, and we brought up the first segment. Cavs wasn't shooting good.
Okay. My bad.
I want to know your top 3, Ace.
This season, individually, top of my head, not in order. Joker, Giannis, AD.
To be real, I brought this up. I don't really care who has who in the top 3. That's everyone's opinion, right? I just wanted to know. My big point of bringing it up was the Shea talks have. I don't hear the Shea talks no more.
But who speaks about Shea the most? Say names.
I'm just saying in general. It's not just up.
No,
people
say
up here.
names because who?
I mean, we was talking about Shea a lot last
I'm
season.
not talking about just you guys. I'm talking about in the general masses. I was hearing a lot of Shea over Tatum talks, and right now, the shit has been crickets.
and their record is still close together. If he had to take less shots, he's going to do
It's
more.
still a close thing. Tatum's averaging what?
I'm not even. But when I always bring up the Tatum over
Tatum,
Shea, it was
Tatum
not
averages
just,
You know that.
29
You
points.
just
Shea
said.
averages 31 points.
I'm saying right now, the stats is still the fight is still close. It's not elite.
I'm not saying it was never
Tatum,
close.
hold
I
on.
don't know where you're getting that from.
Tatum
What I
averages
was saying is when people
21.1.
was
Shea
Go ahead.
averages
The way you
28.
said it, like as if the talk as if like the nigga.
because it's been crickets. I haven't heard anyone saying Shea was over Tatum. Yes, it is
Never mind.
down. I haven't
Never
heard no
mind.
one saying that.
Oh,
I never said it wasn't.
You're right.
close.
You're right. Never mind.
I think Shea was projected, was higher in the top 10 this year too. Was he? Than Tatum, I believe. So
Ace, you are right though. AD does have a higher 3-point percentage than Tatum. I looked it up.
Well, I'm not surprised by that because the amount it takes attempts. I'm not surprised by that at all.
Tell him stop shooting.
Imagine being second in the West and still averaging damn near 30, and the talk is.
Yeah, it has been. Imagine winning 60 plus games and you have someone going over you. It could go either way. That's the point I was trying to make. Like I've never said the gap was like here.
I just feel like the same argument Peso
I'm not saying
made
that.
because
Tatum's not better
Tatum
than
has
Shea.
more of a Justice League type team. Shea is shorter and had to do more of the scoring versus he didn't have as much help as the Celtics.
He got to do everything. He
That's
got to
not-
assist the ball. He
I'm
got
hearing
to
a lot of-
rebound. He
yo,
got to play
I'm hearing a lot of
defense.
goal
Okay,
posts.
see,
Oh,
Fuck
team
out of
too.
here.
my
He don't
God.
even go.
I mean, it just
Let's be
about
real.
his
Like, y'all got to start and line up
But
top
it's
to bottom that
team.
defend, bro. Tatum has like literally has veteran players around him, bro. Like established players, bro. Shea was still working with less, bro.
I'm just hearing a lot of goalposts. I'm hearing he's shorter. I'm hearing this and that. All right, that's cool. That's great.
I would like to know, everybody viewing right now, man, who you got, Tatum or Shea? We need to know. We need to know. Anything else y'all got from this past week? There's been a lot of things going on. NBA Cup is still going on. Other than that, if not,
Wait, hold on. How do you feel about the coach bench LaMelo Ball in the fourth quarter? How y'all feel about
Charles Lee.
That
Yeah.
was stupid. But I mean, he came from Joe Mazzulla, so I ain't mad at it. Like Joe's a strict nigga. Like they came from the same coaching like staff. I can understand it.
He's clearly not
I
strict.
see.
I heard he just wanted defense, so he let Trey Mann just do his thing. But you still don't take your star player out,
Nah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Missoula ain't benching no talent.
right? Mazzulla doesn't do that.
No, I'm not. You're taking the actual action. Mazzulla is a strict coach. He like you get what I'm saying. So I could see how he did that. Like, bro, you messed up. You had a bad game. You threw a bunch of turnovers. Granted, I'm not benching my star with 2 minutes left in the game because that's when stars turn it on the most. But
I mean, first year coaching that team too, he has to show some like authority.
And that's what I
what I'm
was
saying.
gonna go at what Clips are saying. I think it was more so to show like because if you watch Charlotte prior, there's a lot of BS going on in there. LaMelo could get away a lot of the turnovers and not playing defense. Charles Lee's not going for that. He's trying to establish something, and it's working. Although yes, he benched him and they lost that game, but the team itself gravitated towards him and what he's bringing to the table as a coach standpoint. And they're playing their best ball so far with him on the realm so far. Still early, but I didn't think much of it, to be honest.
Man, if I'm an organization, right? LaMelo Ball got ankle injuries. I'm not expecting him to play defense. We need you on the court. I'm gonna put a defense around you. I'm put defense around you that can help you out, but I'm not expecting a bulk of your game. I'm gonna expect offensively.
I mean, the ankles could
He
twist
can't
and turn
stay
on
on-
offensively.
He
Just
can't be a liability either. Though.
yeah.
I mean, technically, right? I said Curry was a liability earlier on with the Golden State stuff, but the way the defense was set up, it worked out.
He can't stay on the court though, LaMelo. He's in foul trouble every game. And
That was going to be the next point. At least with Curry, he wasn't in foul trouble.
and
Yeah.
Joe Mazzulla
He did it quick too.
Joe Mazzulla don't bench no stars. He should have benched Tatum midway through the third for the rest of the game last night. He was hindering the team heavily. I don't care if you're a star or not. If you're not playing that night, don't deserve to be on the court. You can come back next game and try again.
That's fair.
What, you're saying Joe should have benched him last night?
Yes, he was hindering the team.
He was 0 for 10, 0 for 11 from 3 at one point.
And he was bringing the ball up the court and turning it over left and right. He should not have been even touching the ball last night.
Every night.
Hear me out.
He was 0 for 10 last night, yeah, from 3. JB and the crew started picking up in the second half because overall they were like just couldn't throw a brick in the ocean as a team to start
Their
off.
offense is based off of him shooting 10 points a game. Whether he hit or miss, that's just the night we have him.
Yeah, but it wasn't even the shooting. It was him bringing the ball up the court. He's turning it over left and right. He's costing other guys points out there last night. He just shouldn't have been on the court. Like, I'm not saying a bench him for a game.
They cost me some money last night.
That's the brother that initiate the offense.
He had noodle legs, bro. He had noodle legs. Bro. It's okay.
Oh yeah, he initiated the offense. Yeah, that
he initiated the offense.
You can't have a great game every night, man. We gotta critique every little thing that happens.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't have a great game every night. So the fact that he went 0 for 10, sometimes you gotta leave him, just like they did with Garland. You gotta leave him at A, bro. If you don't shoot out of it, you don't shoot
Figure
out
it
of
out. Figure it out.
Would you rather him just stop shooting at all?
Yeah, last night I would have. I would have wanted all of them to stop shooting for 3. It was a waste of time.
If you get your last whoop, get right back up and keep on fighting, brother. Just keep going.
Yeah, but when you got the bench guys,
they say shoot or shoot. They say shoot or shoot, though, right? You gotta let them shoot.
If you're shooting and missing, it ain't helping the team. When the bench guys got out there last night, that's when they started to pick it up midway through the third. He got off the
Dre,
court.
you said it right. You said it best, Dre. If you get your ass up, keep getting up and keep on fighting. Ace know better than that, right?
Hey,
He was whooping that ass earlier in that debate.
Don't stay down.
Getting up and fighting. Yeah.
But that's why he hopped off and then he hopped back on. He came back in. He came back in ready to go.
Hold on now.
Ready back in ready to go. He's still asleep.
Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You tell them to go alone and then they just
And no lie though, you pay me $200 million to shoot, but they go in. I'm still gonna shoot it. This is why I get paid. I'm just gonna shoot it, bro. Everybody else wish they could miss like me.
Hear me out. Jerry. Only the star could go 0 for 10, bro. You ain't the star, bro. You ain't the franchise player, bro.
2K, we 2 for 10 boys, brother.
You feel
Everybody
me?
get them shots, bro.
Know this, bro. This is what we trying to tell y'all, bro. The star, I'm telling you, like I get what you're saying, Mike, bro, but the star's the only person that I don't care. You are the player that even if you 0 for 15, that last 5 minutes and it's a close game, get your ass out there.
Nah, I get what Mike is trying to say. Mike wanted him to go inside the 3-point line, probably pressure the defense more. Like just stop.
What they should have did was just doing the
I mean, shoot, that kind of happened in the Indiana series in the playoffs and that overtime.
Was just doing the actual point guard.
Yeah,
Besides that line,
have their rough games.
the thing is, he don't get foul calls because I don't know why. I guess he
quick,
barely go in there.
How many of those were
Lord
open
had
shots?
a quick comment. He said, "How many of those shots was open shots for Tatum?"
I'd say 70%, 60%.
I'm gonna go like 50, 60. 50.
But I think it's the fact that you keep shooting, you keep missing. All right, it's time to do something different.
One thing is too is I think like I'm not going to come up with excuses for the guy because I think
than AD and AD still average more. That's fact.
I think a lot of it had to do with the red court because you look at the Intuit Dome that they built in Los Angeles with the dimensions of it. KD just said it's hard to shoot there, and you look at all the scores of the games; they're very low in that building. So I think it has to do with their eyesight because it's not just him; none of them could hit threes, and they still kept firing them.
Carl has another comment. He said, "Mazzulla ball. That's their style of play. You got him a chip, so."
Shoot them threes.
Players go.
Porzingis is gonna come back and continue the trend. Shoot them threes.
Let me see real quick before we head out. But nah, it goes both ways, Mike. Mazzulla definitely had a finger in the whole.
Joe's a real person and not somebody's burner account.
Nah, but real talk though. Y'all heard about the WNBA? How they got that 3-on-3 going on? The 3-on-3
Unrival
and the 1-on-1.
Oh shit! No, that's going on right now. That's a league.
Nafisa Collier and I forgot who. I think Brown Stewart. They started up an Unrivaled league. They started it last.
I heard about that. Yeah. Yep.
Man, we need that for the men's boy. I got.
Speaking of WNBA, I need Dallas Wings. Number
You said
one
what?
pick.
One pick,
Dallas
yeah.
Wings got the number one pick. Paige Beckers might be going with Enrique. Oh, listen, those two with
Oh shit.
top two. Listen, that and then they got the bigs and McCowan. Listen, that'll be scary to see.
Yo, well, honestly, Peso, you don't mind real quick. I want to see what everybody's predictions are for tonight because we got some key games tonight that I want to hear about, and I want to talk about it later.
Let's go.
We got
Sounds like
Nuggets
someone's making bets.
Nuggets and
Go ahead.
Lakers.
Lakers.
Is Joker,
Lakers.
Joker still hurt?
No,
Warriors
he
and
played
Spurs.
last night.
Nuggets, Lakers.
Say it again?
Where's the game at?
It's in LA.
Nuggets and Lakers. That's gonna be a good game tonight. A matchup, playoff matchup.
I got
Knicks
Nuggets,
and
bro. I
Jazz.
ain't gonna hold you. Joker's AD dad, bro. I ain't gonna hold
Oh shit.
you. AD dad. He come around. AD ain't AD no more, bro. I got Nuggets.
I don't know about that.
I think
They lost in the playoffs, but AD
the
was
bonus is AD's dad. I think that's kind of more.
I don't know about the AD that part. AD been giving Jokic work. They just haven't been
We
winning.
got Pistons and Magic is a good matchup going on tonight.
Cade's not playing. I'm probably gonna go Orlando.
Me too.
I mean, Powell ain't there, right? So
They still have France.
It's different.
Magic is still a good team. Yeah.
France is playing like an all-star.
Hornets and Bucks might be all right.
Does France
Hey,
get a
don't be trying to use us for your slip, man.
I got
Make
Bucks.
things flip. You know what?
Well,
We got a
we got-
sports podcast. You know what? All right, I see what's going on.
What was that about France?
I said, does France make the All-Star to y'all?
This year, yes.
Yeah.
He's for his size. He's one of the best players to get downhill for his size at 6'10".
What other
6'9".
forwards is in the East right now? That
Giannis.
Fours?
they would try to forwards.
Well, it is positionless though. So
Giannis, Bam.
You said forwards?
That's
Yeah.
close to like him.
Tatum, Brown,
Tatum, Brown,
probably Brown. Yeah,
So we know how the NBA go. They'll try to force him.
Mobley.
Like, man, he
it
really
is positionless though now, and they're leaning towards probably doing the 4-team setup where they have 3 teams of 8, and then the winning team where the rookie sophomores will play in, and it's a 1v1 8-on-8, not 8-on-8, 1 team versus the other team type of setup. So we'll see.
I think Jalen Johnson makes All-Stars.
Yeah,
From Atlanta.
yes, I think he makes the reserves. Considering all the injuries, I think he gets in.
PG still might get in this year though. The way the league going through it.
Nah,
I'm telling
PG's
you.
not good.
Yeah, Kawhi with them.
I'm telling you, they will play that game. They will play that
Jalen, you can make the argument Jalen Johnson is playing better than Bam and Jimmy this year.
Hear me out.
You can make the argument.
PG
Kawhi-
Drake.
Kawhi played 10 games. He's in the All-Star game, bro.
Yeah.
You on Team USA?
You ain't lying.
Like,
Y'all
crazy.
was so nasty.
Bronze
It's
is
crazy.
supposed to be in the All-Star game, but we don't know how they gonna do them votes and stuff. Like,
Realistically.
But yeah, man. Hey, I got to get to some college football, man. Today was a great episode. I appreciate y'all for being here. I appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, watching, commenting. Just make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all subscribe. Tune in for tomorrow's episode of the Pick Six. We'll be live tomorrow. We go live every Wednesday to talk about some college football. It's getting down to the wire with these brackets.
Colorado about to win out.
We appreciate
They
y'all for
lose
being here,
today.
man. Have a good weekend. Enjoy
Peace.
Thanksgiving. We'll be back for the Great A Show next Saturday.
We about to
4-0 in fantasy.
Grade A.
Hey, run that thing up.